How's it going, guys? We are back with another video here, and these are things that I simply think must be in franchise mode in NHL 18. So I will say this before I get into anything. I'm going to kind of just be saying like certain things, and I won't go too far into each. I'll definitely give a brief description on each, what I think, and why I think it should be in the game. But yeah, I do hopefully want to see you guys suggest in the comments as well what you guys want in franchise mode. I mean, obviously pretty much everything's like set, I'm sure, for NHL 18, like GMs. This isn't really gonna like change anything me making the video, but in general, I mean, hopefully you guys enjoy what I think. All right, so let's get right into it. I mean, I saw some great strides in NHL 17 franchise mode, but always room for improvement. All right, so first of all, what I want to get off my chest, simply drafting, there's a lot that has to be I think fixed. I don't know, in my opinion, it would be really helpful where when you're actually at the draft, or yeah, when you're actually at the draft, you can see the players' point production in juniors or in another country, wherever they were playing the year before. Because I don't know, what am I drafting? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm drafting someone 10th overall, and I don't know, maybe he doesn't have as good points as maybe the next guy that I wasn't thinking about drafting just because of his potential. Like, you definitely want to be able to look into different parts of that. Like, to see how a player produced the year before, maybe if they're improving like from the year 1, 2, and 3 in juniors. I mean, it's really helpful, in my opinion, if you could have the junior numbers. I mean, just give me the ability to see the player stats before I draft them. That's just one thing that I think would be very awesome and helpful. That's just my opinion. So here we go. Let's move on to the next one. I think you should also be able to give a contract extension during the season. Come on, please. I mean, you know what? I know it's not easy, probably. Nothing's easy, obviously, but you know what? I do believe this is crucial. This happens a lot in the real-life NHL, so you gotta give me contract extensions during the season. You just gotta. I really need it. I mean, that's really what more can I say about that? I mean, it's very important. It's a very important aspect of the real-life NHL, contract extensions, so during the season. Just why can't I sign someone at the deadlines just so I can, you know, avoid free agency? Or even the re-sign fees. I just want to get out of the way. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. You need to give me a consistent simulation. Like, please give me a consistent simulation. Like, it's tough. I mean, I don't know what I really mean by that exactly, but you know what? I need something that simply, I know how my team's gonna perform. Like, if I have a good team, let's just say, I don't know, year 3, whatever, and I'm simulating I win the first 8, I don't know, of 10. So, you know, we're starting 8-2, and the next thing you know, we lose 10 in a row. Like, that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, how does a team start that good and lose just 10 in a row suddenly? I mean, it's definitely random, which can be good and bad, but I think some cases, more than not, in this case, it's not good. So I don't know. I'm going to say I need more consistent simulation, all right? Well, I mean, that doesn't really mean that I need to change completely. I mean, it's not brutal, but I definitely could use some improvements. Drafting after a year starts to, I don't know, suck? I guess that's putting it nicely. I obviously don't expect to have hundreds of great talent, but top 10 3 years in is very random, in my opinion. I don't know if it really is random, like, because I feel like sometimes the number 1 overall pick 3 years in isn't really that great, or you know, number 5 is better. It's very random. I feel like the scouting is off a little bit as well. I mean, definitely the scouting needs to be improved. That's another thing, though. But right now, I do believe that the draft classes in general after year 1 are very subpar to choose from. I think there's got to be a lot more options. There really needs to be, in my opinion. But yeah, that's really my thinking for that one. You just got to give me more players available. I mean, I want to be able to scout. Like, I'm seeing year 3, for instance, you're seeing in the World Juniors, there's 20 players to scout. Like, I need more than that. Year 1, you got like 240. That is plenty to choose from. I'm not asking for 240 every year, but give me at least 100 every year. Like, just definitely keep it fresh. That's what you got to do in the end. You got to keep it fresh. I do believe now scouting needs to be improved as well. I mean, give me more in-depth options. I want to get to know the kids I'm going to potentially draft. I mean, I want to know how a player has been performing. Again, this goes back obviously to the junior numbers point. I do believe that having the junior numbers and being able to scout them in advance and see how they're doing during their season even, very helpful. I really do think so. And I hopefully, like, that is something that they definitely look to do in the future, or if not this year. I mean, that'd be really nice. I really think it'd be interesting. That's just my opinion. But all right, you can always improve on morale, I believe. It's not bad, the morale, don't get me wrong. It's all right. It's pretty cool having the game. But you can always improve on it. More lines would be nice, of course. But I mean, I'm not looking for too much more on morale. But you know what? I'll definitely always take more, you know. Moving on to the next one. Expansion is literally a must. You're getting an expansion in real life this year. You gotta have Vegas in there. You gotta have the ability to expand in franchise mode in NHL 18, in my opinion. That's gotta be in the game for next year, in my opinion. But, yeah. You know, I don't know. Do I really care exactly about expansion? You know, probably not. I wouldn't do it too many times, maybe a couple times to just mess around with it. But you gotta have the feature since it's really just happened in real life. That's just my logic on that one. And to close it off, I believe injuries occur way too often. It gets to the point where you just have to turn them off, honestly. I mean, I definitely agree to some extent that you gotta have, you know, real-life injuries and stuff like that, but it gets to a point where they are just simply injured way too often. I mean, I have to end up turning down injuries or turning them off completely. That's just my opinion on that. I mean, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. What do you guys think of my opinions? Hopefully you guys agree with me. If not, I mean, you could say, hey, Henrik, you're an idiot, you know. This is what has to be done. I mean, you guys let me know what has to be done in NHL 18. I'm always open for what you guys think. I mean, there will be a video pretty much every other day or maybe every week giving my hopes or wish list, I guess you could say, for NHL 18 modes. And yeah, this is just franchise mode. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.